So you're getting one side of this war. If you've been watching the mainstream media for any length of time, if you've been watching CNN or you've been watching MSNBC, you've been watching how they are embedded with Ukrainian soldiers on the front lines, and they cover that part of the story. Very limited coverage of that, by the way, because the Ukrainian military has not allowed reporters to be embedded on the front lines with Ukrainians. In fact, it's been very few and far between. But now that this offensive has officially unfolded, what does it look like from the Russian side? What does it look like from some of these towns and villages that have been under constant attack from Ukrainian shelling for the past 8-9 years, in fact? Patrick Lancaster filed this special report from an area that is launching artillery attacks against Ukrainian positions. And this is on the front lines with Russian artillery. Pretty eye-opening that you're not going to see in the Western media. Watch this.
I'm Patrick Lancaster in Belograde, Russia, with a special update for Redacted. And right behind me, you see a Russian Army 152mm artillery gun that is being prepared to fire on Ukrainian military positions in the Kharkov region. Right now, they're going to attach it to the military vehicle, move it to another location, and then fire on Ukrainian positions. We're going to show you what the process is. Alright, so now they've loaded the artillery gun up and are going to be moving to the firing position, and we're going to be short behind them. You'll see. Now, when we arrive on site and they actually fire on the Ukrainian military positions, there's a good chance there can be a return fire, or an answer as they call it in Russian. This is how it's done tactically. They go to a new location every time, so they're not just in one place and giving away their position. That's why these artillery machines are mobile, so they can have their home base, they go to another location, fire, get out of there fast, and go to another location. This is basically how both sides do it, but it's just a fact of war. Можете сказать, что будет сейчас?
Сейчас мы ориентируем бусоль для задания основное направление стрельбы орудия.
Ага.
Ориентируем бусоль по двум точкам решением обратной геодезической задачи с помощью навигационного оборудования Орион.
Okay, so the Russian fire team has almost completely set up the 152mm gun here, and they're putting the shells in right now, and we can see they're about to fire the shell over the border, which is just about between 3 and 6 kilometers in that direction, into Ukraine, across from the Russian-Ukraine border into Ukraine, hitting Ukrainian military targets. And they're doing this with the support of reconnaissance teams, aided by unmanned drone aircraft. So there's a drone above targeting the exact position that they're firing on, and they gave the commander the targeting direction and coordinates, and now when the shell hits, they're going to be sending more targeting coordinates to adjust the fire, and then they'll adjust every shell. Let's take a closer look. And this is a special report and special update for Redacted.
Орудие!
Один 43.
Один снаряд зарядить.
От бусоли отойди. Да.
Зарядили?
Да.
Орудие!
Alright, so now they're about to fire another. You just feel the power. Alright, so that was the last shell they're firing now. They fired at 2 positions, and it's time to get out of here because we don't want to be here if there's any return fire. Showing you what we can here today. And if you want to see the extended version, come over to my YouTube channel, Patrick Lancaster, and you can see the extended version. But for now, we're out, and this has been a special update for Redacted.
And thanks, Patrick. And Patrick just texted me, said they've made it to some of the homes in the firing positions that the Ukrainian army had looted and hit before. He's back in a safe zone now, but we'll have more reports as this offensive unfolds for Redacted. So our thanks to Patrick for covering, being on the front lines, something you're not going to see in the mainstream media at all. And we're thankful for his coverage. Thank you so much for watching this segment here at Redacted. We are live every day at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, trying to share the stories that the mainstream media will not cover. You should also come over and join our community of Redacted Rebels over at redacted.inc. That's our private locals community where we can share exclusive content that we simply cannot share here on YouTube. Come over and join the rebellion together right now by going to redacted.inc. We'll see you next time.